What it be? What it be?
What's going on? Another week
What it be,
gone
man?
by.
Another week, dude. It felt like a long week.
It did feel like a long week. It's been about 9 days since we filmed the last pod, but it felt like a month.
One of our longer. Usually we hit it at that 6-day mark. This time went a little over, but
busy weeks.
Life happens.
You know, you went to that. We filmed early last week because you went to that Bradley.
Hell yeah. 315 Music Fest in Bradley, Illinois.
Yeah, good old
Bradley.
Abandoned mall, going out of business mall,
And for those of you who aren't from the area, if we got any outsiders here, abandoned mall, pretty much deserted. I think we have maybe 2-3 stores in there right now.
You got a movie theater, and that's all.
A good movie theater at that. Let's give it credit. Let's give it some credit.
Where are you in your career, Scotty McCreery, Gretchen Wilson, Little and Poor,
bringing them down? Okay?
Who was it? It was Little and Poor, right? That was the name.
Little and Poor for sure. I was like, dude,
who's that? Well, Big
and Rich.
Oh, not so Big and Rich anymore. I heard they performed. Or the first night it was 500 people there.
Well, the first night was local bands and stuff.
Oh, local bands. Oh,
yeah. That was fun. That was a good time.
This place, it's concrete, and they're playing in a out of business. There's a Carson's that they're all out of business now. They're playing right in front of that.
It was interesting considering. Where I live right behind the place.
I would love to promote. I know I talk a lot of smack, but deep down it's all love, and I'm trying really hard not to just bash the hell out of Poor and Little, Scotty McCreery.
I did not go to that night. I did not.
This dude is American Idol winner, season 11, and now you're singing in a mall, in a out of business mall parking lot in front of 1,000 fans.
Okay, now you're hating. Because I was there.
I'm not saying it's not fun for you guys. I'm saying
no. Hey, it was a good ass time, and he put on a good ass show.
So we're making people pay great. What? How much were these tickets?
Not much. I paid. Me and Jill paid $90 for
$90
for a 3-day pit pass. 3 days.
Okay,
that's a good deal.
$30 to see broke redneck woman.
Again, I didn't go
more
on the third night, which was Big and Rich. Gretchen Wilson. Who else played? I forget the other guy.
It's Dwayne
the Rock Johnson, something like that.
Save your career, right? A cowboy or whatever the hell you want to change that to. Big and Rich, they need to save their career.
Now I can't confirm this, but I heard Bradley paid out to get them. So it's not like they're saving their career. Like I heard
one-hit wonder. Well, no, they're not saving their career. They need to save their career because this is rock bottom.
Well, I got nothing to say about the night 3 people, but night 2, you leave them alone. They
My
played
problem
great.
is people are spending $50 to see this garbage. But Andrew Johnston can't sing in Chicago for free, and he's got a way more musical, better voice. His voice is beautiful.
But that's different, though.
That's my problem, I guess.
Yes, he's great.
Shout out to Andrew Johnston.
Yes.
He's a big. I've known him since first grade. I haven't always been nice, and anything I've ever said or been mean to him, I apologize. I love the kid now.
Did you bully him?
No, I didn't bully, but
I'll bully you.
When people were talking smack, I could have done more.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't back him up.
That's all younger days.
Well, that is Preston's apology. You heard it here.
This was all junior high and all that stuff, and he's a good kid. He didn't deserve any bullying or anything that's been verbal or anything. He's a good kid. All he's trying to do. So
I'm shocked the dude's not
he puts
famous
his
right now.
Heart and soul into all his music, and he sings in Chicago, and the cops just keep bothering because whatever reason the noise is too loud in a public spot. But Bourbonnais will let Big and Rich sing their dog shit music and make people pay for it, while Andrew Johnston's singing for free, or he might get tips, but he's singing for free, and the cops are like, "Oh no, that's too much beauty in the world. You gotta go, and we're gonna arrest you and all this shit." But we'll let Big and Rich spew their bullshit, and Gretchen Wilson and Scotty McCreery sing their songs, and we gotta pay $50 to see them.
Your rant though is off because that's Chicago. You're in corrupt Chicago, Illinois. Of course, police are gonna be like that. Police in Chicago. Well, okay. First of all, credit to the police because they deal with a lot of bullshit. But for that reason, that's bullshit alone. Don't bring down Bradley Bourbonnais because they put on a good show. You know what? But you're not the only one who spewed hate about.
Not hate.
Yo, what do you call this right now?
We're not spewing hate. Come on. This podcast is about love. It's about love.
It's about love,
and that's why I'm giving my love. I'm using whatever you call this. This is our platform for our 20. I just want to use this platform, and I'm going to give it to Andrew Johnston right now. Because I'd rather pay $30 to watch him sing and hear him than hear Big and Rich sing their one-hit wonder, and Gretchen Wilson sing her one-hit wonder, and Scotty McCreery to sing his 2-3-hit wonder.
Hey, again, that's your opinion. He put on a great-ass show.
Yeah, but I hope the people did they shut down the movie theater for this?
I think it was used as a parking lot.
But you couldn't go see movies while they had this.
No, I think you could.
But it was loud.
I mean, I couldn't hear it from my place.
So you're telling me
I live like 0.8 miles away.
I don't know where Bad Boys 4 is being played. I don't know where Bad Boys Ride or Die is being played at down there in Bourbonnais. But what's
funny is Preston doesn't even live here anymore, and he's bitching about it.
I'm from there. I lived.
Well, I'm from here and live here now.
I lived 27 years there, 28 years there.
No, you're hating. You're hating.
I've had a problem with this since Monday with the pod. We stewed a little bit about the pod, and I just had to get that out.
Hating, dog.
It's nice to see Bourbonnais do some good things. It's not like when Kankakee did their barbecue fest, and they got John Party. And they got Dustin Lynch, because those were up and coming stars that who would have thought John Party would have been as huge as he was today. But
okay. Also, they had Casey Tyndall, an up and coming artist, fucking fired. She did great.
Now the problem and they got Salt and Pepper, Vanilla Ice, and the Kankakee, but this was 10 years ago, and Kankakee did that illegally. So it sounds like the only thing we could get stuff like that is illegal.
Did they? I know nothing about that.
Yeah, there was big problems with the finances on that.
Ooh.
But sorry, we went straight into.
I know we went straight into hometown stuff, which is good. I love it. You know what I mean?
Like I was saying last time
about some hometown drama. Again, I loved the show. I thought it was great.
I got paid to go see it.
My co-host who didn't go is hating on it. I was actually there. And
I'm not bad mouthing anybody. I'm sure there's nothing else to do in that damn town. So
I don't know how. I hope Gretchen Wilson and Big and Rich see this, and I hope they just blow your shit up. You know what? Let's get some hashtags down. Fire Preston, fire P Dog.
They need to worry about saving their careers first before they save a horse.
What a hater! What a way to start the pod, by the way.
Little and poor.
I love it.
Small and poor.
Well, I was gonna say I'm little and poor, but me
probably
my size
not poor.
is big.
They probably throw finances at me.
I'm big and poor.
They probably got millions of dollars because of that song.
Damn, I'm a double whammy, dude. I'm big and poor.
Dude, I ain't far behind. I got a belly. It's that belly.
I got more than a belly, man. I'm a big man who's just big lover, and you know what I mean. Like
big bone. You're big bone.
I'm big bone. I like it. Isn't that what Cartman says? He's big bone.
Yeah.
All right, so switching off the hometown talk. Love you all.
We gotta talk some sports.
Yeah, we gotta talk some sports here because this podcast sucks. It does. Okay, so let's talk some basketball here. Which
we've got the finals.
Yes, I believe we have a bet in place, if I'm not mistaken, Preston.
We do, and everything I thought would happen, I did tell you. Porzingis was the X factor, and he was
did.
the X
I'll
factor.
give you credit for
game
that.
1 and game 2. And also the biggest problem in this series, we haven't talked since it started. Kyrie Irving's been bad. Game 3 he wasn't, but games 1 and 2 he was terrible.
He's not my issue. I'm interested in what your reasoning of why you think the Mavs are struggling here.
Oh, not Luka. Luka didn't have a good game yesterday. I know he got 27 points, but 27 points.
It's not the offense. It's not necessarily the offense. Luka is getting destroyed.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem.
That's not the dude. They're attacking.
Giving up
Luka.
105 points is not a bad game on defense.
But it doesn't matter. Luka can't do shit. No. I wish I saved the video and I could play it.
The problem is
he's getting eaten alive. You could play better defense than Luka.
Luka and Kyrie's been bad. They're not getting any help from any other player. The bench has been non-existent.
And I believe that's what I said. I said the better overall team is the Celtics.
And they're showing it. You know, maybe I gave him a little bit too much hate. I will say this, however, I'm not predicting this, but I'm gonna let this be out there and I'm gonna put it out there.
Let's hear it.
If there was a team to come back for the first time in NBA history, down 0-3, it will be yours truly, Luka Doncic. That guy is a baller. He is clutch. He's never scared. He's going to go in there and he's going to put up a fight.
He was scared last game, fouled out, and blamed the refs.
All I'm saying is
little girly ass move to after the game, it's the NBA Finals, 6 fouls. Yeah.
That's the rule. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, because you're a star, that the refs aren't going to
what do you want,
give you the LeBron treatment. But that's what I'm saying, though. I think what he implied there was, I'm a star in this league. You're really going to have me foul out. You're going to call those fouls?
Yes.
Like, he's fouling.
And they're giving them, like, they're not calling fouls as much in the playoffs as is.
Yeah.
However, I was going to say, if the Mavs, it could very well be a sweep, and I'm going to predict it's going to be a sweep. If the Mavs win game 4,
I won't be nervous until they get.
No, you can't be nervous. You can't be nervous because it's going back to Boston for game 5 if they win game 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
however, if Mavericks win game 4, confidence starts to brew like a pot of coffee, and it's going to get hotter. It's going to get hotter. It's going to get hot. Dude, if I'm the Celtics, you close this game tomorrow. You got to close it. Start Porzingis. Porzingis has to play.
I don't think you got to close it. I think you want to end this
ASAP. Yes, you do.
Oh, you obviously want to close it as soon as possible, but I don't think they should panic if they don't.
Oh no, you don't panic. You don't panic until it goes game 6, and you shouldn't even panic then. But that's when you start getting nervous, though. Yeah. But all I'm saying, I'm telling you right now, I'm predicting it's going to be a sweep. However, don't let them take a game because that's going to start building something.
So have you thought about what kind of jersey you want to wear?
Oh, I like a Jaylen Brown jersey. That guy's winning the finals MVP.
How do we leave the bet? Do I pick or do you pick?
I guess
do we leave
pick.
it?
You got to pick since you win. But
yeah, I'll pick.
Jaylen Brown is.
We said current roster, correct?
Jaylen Brown is winning the NBA Finals MVP, and that's not a good look for Jason Tatum. It's not a bad look, but
it's not a bad look, but. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jason Tatum's only played well in one of the games, or played good.
Who would you say is the better player, Jaylen Brown or Tatum?
Tatum. Well, Jaylen Brown is putting up a case in this playoffs.
He's beast.
You gotta go Tatum, obviously. He's done it longer, but Brown is coming. And I remember, what was it? Early in the year, before in the offseason, no one wanted to pay him. And there was I wanted the Bulls to go after him, and people didn't want.
I think it was rumored for a little bit, but stupid rumors.
He's a dog. He's a dog, and you know what's not also a good look? He looks like he wants it more than Tatum. Not saying Tatum doesn't want it. I'm sure he does, but Brown looks like the dog.
I feel like Tatum is just
a little bit Jimmy Butler in him.
Yeah. No, I love Brown. I like Tatum, but I don't know. He just. Nothing excites me about him, I guess. You know what I mean? He's a great player. Great player. Got nothing bad to say about him.
Inconsistent. He'll drop 44 in the playoffs. Because, I remember in regular season, he was dropping 30 every game. And he was an MVP candidate till the last month. He kind of choked it away.
Yeah.
But they also had a big lead.
I
That's all I gotta say about the finals. We heard it. Who wins tomorrow, though? Is the Celtics going to end it tomorrow?
I think the Mavs get one.
I
think the Mavs get one. I think that's all they get.
And Kyrie looks scared. I will say that. I don't like Kyrie's how he's looked. I mean, it won't be. He's not being a drama queen or nothing like that. It's just he seems like being in Boston was too much for him.
Yeah, I'm not. I thought he would play. It's not that he's playing bad. I just thought he would do more.
Oh no, he's playing bad.
You think so?
Oh no, don't.
Well, his first few games, he's been playing better. He's only
played 3 games, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, the last game he played well.
He played good in Dallas.
He played good,
but his 2 games.
First game
Boston,
though, he played. Didn't he? Like he was
horrific.
He was ass.
How he played was scarier than any Halloween movie.
Yeah, I think Boston's getting in his head.
I think it is too.
No,
I don't like it. They have no answer for Porzingis when he plays. They have no.
I don't know if he's playing though. Is he playing?
He didn't play game 3 and they won, and that's not a good look for Dallas.
Yeah.
And Gafford, PJ Washington, where are you? Show up. If you guys want to win this, show up. It can't just be Luka. Yep. Kyrie needs to do this another good game again, and he's got to show up in Boston if they win game 4.
I think they'll they almost came back. It was funny because I messaged you and gave you shit, and then I almost
they did this in 2 games though. They did in game 1, 2, and 3, where they're getting beat by double digits. They get it down to single digits or 5 or under, and then they just give it back up.
Yep. I mean, again, I think Mavs steal one.
You can't get swept.
They don't look like they're in it. Luka seems distracted.
Luka's hurt. Luka's got like 10 injuries.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he always does. Refs are getting in his head. That's never a good sign. If you're complaining,
he's bitching every other.
Yeah, if you're bitching about the refs in the NBA Finals,
that's my biggest pet peeve.
Probably
he does
not
complain.
In a good headspace. Yeah,
that's one thing me and Craig agree on. Our buddy Craig Goodwin is he can't stand Luka for whatever reason it is, but he says he complains every play.
Dude. Yeah, he cries.
Once he said that, and you actually watch, his hands are always up.
Yeah,
I
love his game. He's a great player. He's elite, but boy does he bitch. I don't know if he watched a lot of LeBron highlights when he was young, but holy shit.
Kleenex might need to endorse him.
Yeah, it'd be a good endorsement for him and LeBron. Maybe they could team up.
I thought LeBron already endorsed him. Maybe I'm wrong.
Speaking of LeBron though, and the Lakers here, who's LeBron gonna find to be?
Well,
head coach?
I don't know if you heard the news today. JJ Redick is to interview with them.
How do you feel about that?
Proud of Dan Hurley for declining that offer from the UConn. Yeah. I thought he was going to accept it. You know what's bogus about all that?
Everyone did. There were reports that he did accept it.
What's bogus about it is Lakers said they were going to make a record-breaking offer to him.
Oh yeah, and then I saw the offer wasn't that great, right?
The offer was going to make him the sixth highest coaching in the league. Like if you're going to get a guy away from a program that he's brought back to life, won 2 straight champions, and you're going to bring him to. This isn't Charlotte. This isn't any of those towns. This is Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
Don't lowball him. He's gonna have to up and leave his East Coast to the West Coast. You need to pay him. There was $11.5 million.
Yeah,
which he's gonna get from UConn anyway when they get that extension.
Now, hear me out. Why isn't this job filled already? It's the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's the reason.
Okay, but is it LeBron?
Yes,
it's LeBron.
Did you see? So LeBron's been on the team now for what? 5.
Oh, well, look at all LeBron's coaches, dude. Everyone ends up getting fired.
It's been 6 years, or it's been I think since 2018, 2019. Maybe it's been 5 years.
Yep.
Luke Walton was this coach for 1 year, fired. Frank Vogel brought him a bubble, but a championship.
Yep.
He was fired after a couple of years. Then they brought in Ham, fired after 2 years.
LeBron isn't coachable.
So I heard something on this, and it's Stephen A. Smith brought this up on First Take this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had the clip. I didn't think about this till right now.
No, that's all right.
And I agree with him. He said he didn't think this was the case. However, I do.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned, do you think the Lakers lowball Dan Hurley because they always wanted JJ Redick anyway, and they're prepared to give him the big contract because LeBron and JJ do that podcast together, and they think LeBron wants this guy. But the Lakers kind of went Dan Hurley, so they made it look like they were going after somebody else. Just they didn't make LeBron look like he controlled the whole team.
I feel like that's a lot of moving pieces there. Like I feel like that's very unlikely. You know what I mean? I don't think JJ would be a good coach.
What?
You do?
He knows the basketball more than anybody. Have you not heard him talk basketball in First Take? He's so intelligent.
Because
he calls the game perfectly on when he like. On
there are different factors than just having a high basketball IQ.
No. What? Okay.
So you're saying if you know the game of basketball perfectly, like you have the highest basketball IQ out of anybody.
Yes.
You're saying it's automatically going to translate.
No, not automatically.
There's other things. Lovely.
Garrett Crochet get a home run. That's all right though. Solo shot. But anyway, it matters. It matters.
Well, it obviously matters, but I'm saying though that's not 100% going to be. That doesn't mean that you're going to be a good coach.
He's the best fit, I think. Who? Sam Cassell? Who you think?
Who should be the Lakers coach?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was genuinely curious on who you thought.
Well, honestly, if they just want
if you're a fan of JJ, that's interesting. I'm not saying
if they just want to make LeBron happy, make him the fucking player coach.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe they are. They might have LeBron right next to them in the room the whole time, being like, "Who do you want? We'll go get him."
I'm so damn tired of LeBron. I have another thing that's eating at me, and I agree, and I don't ever agree with this guy.
Screw LeBron.
I don't ever agree with this guy. This is also on First Take because I watch First Take at lunch at work.
LeBron Lames.
Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Perkins called out LeBron because he came out and they asked him a question about who his favorite running mate was. He said Kyrie.
Perkins is a freaking idiot, by the way.
And I don't like him. But in this case, I do. That LeBron put all the attention. Every time that the Lakers or / LeBron lose early in the playoffs a lot over the last decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
But after the whole Cavs Warriors every year thing, he hasn't really been around.
Right.
And when he's not around, he always has to make a comment around the finals for the news is on him.
Yep.
And, here we go. We got
Dallas. What he does best.
Luka's first time, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown trying to win their first title.
Yep.
And here we are talking about who's LeBron's favorite running mate. Is it Kyrie? Is it Dwayne Wade? Is it like all these players? And
he's probably one of the most frustrating athletes of our time.
He's an attention whore.
He is. And I enjoyed rooting against him. I did. I'm one of those guys. I will proudly say, how could I not be? I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. He always played for a rival of the Bulls. Why would I not root against him? Did I enjoy his play? Of course I did. He's obviously a great basketball player. Dude's a little baby back, you know what? Biggest flopper I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how, as a kid, you can look at that and be like, I admire him. You know what I mean?
Right, Cardwell.
Like, dude, it's insane. It's insane to be like, I like that dude. It's crazy to me.
Well, he had greatness. He ruined the game. I mean, I know they all say Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce.
Nah, dude, that was different. That felt so different.
But LeBron and Dwayne Wade, like they made all the attention, and Bosh. Well, I won't say Dwayne Wade.
Again, it was the way that they did everything with the fucking
not one, not two, not three, not four.
When they did that, I was like, oh, here we go.
They lost 2 and won 2, and LeBron.
Man.
I mean, now we're going off tangent about current stuff, but
hey, that's all right, man, because we can do anything on this show. This podcast sucks, dude. Yeah.
I could go on and on about LeBron. He tried to mock Michael Jordan. But the worst thing about LeBron is his fans. The fans think if you say LeBron's the second best or third best player, they have a fit. They're sensitive. LeBron's overly sensitive. It's news when he unfollows a person.
And Preston, don't tell any of them that Jordan's the GOAT.
You wouldn't even lie for Michael Jordan.
Don't tell them he's the GOAT. They'll get really upset.
Well, there's one thing you have to say to end the whole GOAT conversation, at least with LeBron's argument.
Mm-hmm.
That finals against the Dallas Mavericks in 2010, 2011 ends it. He was so horrific, and he was the sole reason they lost that series.
Yep.
And you had Wade and Chris Bosh compared to Dirk's a stud, but they weren't the Heat.
When you, I mean, we spoke about this in a previous episode, but when you did the coughing thing to Dirk, you know, when you treat an NBA legend like that, like you knew at the time Dirk was going to be an NBA legend.
He already was. He was ready in his 13th year.
Dude was a beast. And when you treat someone of Dirk's status like that,
it's disrespectful.
It totally is. It's like, man, and I know they made up whatever they should.
The guy clearly wasn't feeling very good. I don't know if you remember the finals, but he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, why would Dirk be making that like, oh, I'm fake coughing or something? Like it's just stupid.
And you know what's funny? Like, this is nothing about illness, but then 3 years later in the fourth finals for the Heat, I don't know if you remember game 1, but the Spurs beat their ass, and LeBron and Wade had to get taken out of the game early because of cramping. Because remember, the Heat went out in the San Antonio.
Good old cramps.
But you didn't see Duncan leave early. You didn't see.
Isn't that when they picked up LeBron and carried his ass off the floor, right?
Yeah, he wasn't good. Yeah, and they made a big deal. It was just cramps, and the Spurs kicked their ass, and I think they won in 5.
Now, talking about cramps and being carried off the floor, random memory doesn't
Paul
have to
Pierce?
Do with Paul Pierce in the
Well, that wasn't the cramp.
Well, he said he had a shit.
He had to go poo-poo. You know, I feel it though,
but it's still hilarious.
He can't just get up and leave the court. Like, he had to keep the game.
Oh my god, yeah. You gotta listen. You're on the ground and you're like, oh shit. Literally,
I'm on the verge of
no pun intended. I'm playing it like I got bad cramps too, dude. I'm acting like my life's over.
Give me a wheelchair. I tore my Achilles.
I got some skid marks on my white shorts. I can't show anyone. That's probably what it was. But yeah, switching over to some good old baseball. How about them White Sox, man?
17-52.
Hell yeah.
But now they are watchable because we're calling prospects up.
We got our prospects coming up, which makes it, like you said, I guess watchable. But I'm not really super into it. But it's a lot more interesting than what it was a couple weeks ago.
What do you like from the kid?
I liked it. He had a couple walks.
He had a problem with the takeout pitch. A lot of full counts.
Yeah, I was gonna say the control. I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but overall, I liked it. I think he's got some good stuff, and I'm excited to see what he does.
He needs a good team around him because he threw a lot of pitches because of 2 errors. 2 errors that would have resulted in 3 outs.
Yeah.
And the out number 3, I should say, because Nicky Lopez caused him an unearned run.
I was going to say the defense did him no favors.
And then Sosa also airmailed the ball. It didn't hurt him, but it caused him more pitches because he had 100 pitches in 5 innings, which I'm happy they let him go 5 innings. He left with the win until the bullpen does.
I think I did predict 5 innings exactly to you when we were talking about it. I said I think he'll probably go 5. But yeah, I was impressed. I'm happy that's how it went for him. I mean, would have loved to see him get a dub.
Yeah, he should have. He left with it. He was up 2-1 or 3-2. It was 3-2 when they took him out. And of course,
had zero faith in the bullpen.
No, that's 4 innings of bullpen with a run ball.
Yeah, no chance. For this White Sox team to win, starters have to go at least.
And what's funny is it was that one. What was it? 2 at bats, and then they didn't give up anything else. It was 4-3. And then, or 1 hit. It was a double that caused 2 runs, and that was it.
Yeah.
So the bullpen actually didn't pitch bad. It was just, I think it was Tanner Banks.
Enough though to lose the game.
Yeah.
But what do you think? You like calling them up this early?
I like that. I think Gordon Beckham said it on the telecast. Was he clearly didn't have his best stuff, and the fact that he still looked pretty decent and looked unfazed, and I liked his confidence.
First major league start, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was consistent. And he went from Double-A to the major leagues. He didn't even play Triple-A.
Oh, yeah. Here's my thing, too. Dude, those nerves have got to be crazy for the kid. Yep. You know what I mean?
And the fact that he pitched 5 innings. The fact that he did that
well, yeah.
1 earned.
I'm happy with it.
4 strikeouts. He had a lot of, like I said, 0-2 counts, 1-2 counts. He just needs to learn how to have a takeout. He needs a takeout pitch.
Yeah, and he will. I think he'll get there. He's got good stuff.
I heard he led the Double-A. Or it was I think it was last year. He led it in strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean the dude's insane. There's no reason why he's not going to be a I wouldn't say a top pitcher in the league right now because he's obviously just called up, but at least for the Sox.
Hey, you better say, hey, if you say the word insane, then you better say ace with confidence.
Well, let me. Well,
are you being
Garrett
blasphemous?
Crochet.
Are you being
Garrett
blasphemous?
Garrett Crochet, I have as our ace, man. But there's no reason why he wouldn't be our number 2 next year, in my opinion.
I see. Drew. I mean, it's not as fashionable, and it's not as like articulate as Mark Burley, but he reminds me of a right-handed Mark Burley.
Does he?
But it's not. He's just got to get those pitches figured out, but nerves are nerves, and he held his own for 5 innings. He didn't let the airs get under his skin. You got to have a better team surrounding him. But with a bad team, 5 innings and 1 earned run, I liked it.
Yeah, and you brought up talking about Gordon Beckham on the broadcast, bringing it up. Do you like him in the booth? Would you like?
No.
Okay, first of all,
no.
Oh, you don't.
I don't. No.
He's growing on me, man.
I like him that he's an old White Sox player. I also wasted $30 on a shirt jersey of his because he was a top prospect.
Okay, so you're scarred.
He was a trash player.
I wouldn't say he was trash.
Oh, he was trash. Trash.
Wasn't great.
No, he was awful. Pathetic.
Was it our fault that we held him to
no, he was
high
top
standards?
Prospect. You hold your top prospects accountable.
That's true. No. We also we called him up almost immediately.
And he did good that half season. That was his best run as a White Sox.
I would have let him.
He played half the season. He had like 12 homers, 60-something RBIs. It was crazy.
The Sox did him no favors by calling him up so early.
No, he
developed the man.
He was awful. It's on him.
Random. What I want to see if you know this. What college did he go to?
Georgia Bulldogs.
Get
out of here.
I'm not good with like all sports. Like, what college did he go to? Like, I'm not a big college fan. I'm just starting to get into it.
Though. It's like you're the color commentator, and I'm the I'm the analyst.
I know.
Hey, play by play, and I'm the analyst.
That's all right. We can do that.
But no, I do not like Gordon Beckham, and John Schriffin's terrible. They're terrible. They're both terrible.
He's trying way too hard. What's his home run call?
He took Hawks the other day. I don't know.
Oh, dude, it's something insane. It sounds so bad. He's too like Gen Z, like, you know what I mean?
I don't like. He just.
I don't know if he's trying to like get the young crowd in, but
White Sox fans aren't getting hyped up when you say you're not going to push us around and do like when it's our fault.
Oh, I know, dude.
We're not playing teams at the worst time. They're playing us at the best time.
Call Benetti back. We need him. I miss him.
I hate it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Steve Stone leave.
I love Steve Stone.
I know you're. Oh, we could bring that up. You're his Twitter pal.
He did tweet me back.
Yeah.
So Mark Burley was in the booth last week, and I have a problem. We talked about this on the pod, I believe. Is Mark Burley a Hall of Famer? And
we did talk about that.
And I mentioned that to Steve Stone, and he says personally he would love to see him in the Hall of Fame, but statistically he doesn't think so.
Wah, wah.
And then a couple other people got on him for something. I forgot what it was, but
he gets eaten up on Twitter, man.
I don't know why. He knows the game almost more than anybody. He's so
honest. But man, I think I don't know. I think we clean house in the booth.
Well, Steve Stone's also like 74 years old.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Dude, I just miss Hawk.
He's like 83, 84.
Oh my God. If we had Hawk in the booth right now, I'm not sure he could call a game. He would probably forget where he was.
Yeah, but he can't coach. He can't call. I wouldn't call him now because you're pushing him into an early death if you haven't called these games.
Oh my God. He's way too passionate to be able to
17
be the announcer of this team.
It's still laughable how bad we are this year.
Yeah, it makes me sad. But you know, a little bright side of everything is the other side of town has been sucking ass as well.
They're 33 and 36.
Let's get your Cubs dish for the day. Let's hear it, man. Let's
when
get under their skin a little.
We're at the point now where I'm going to name call Cubs fans that I know: Brandon Denton Aaron Denton,
Oh.
Craig Goodwin,
Oh.
Matthew Novoselsky.
Ooh. He Matthewed your ass.
Those main four, maybe a Mike Espino a little bit. I don't know if he's talking smack or not, but I'm just throwing him in there. But I love him because he follows the pod and he watches. And I think everyone I know.
We love you all. We love you all if you're watching. And if you made it this far, I super love you.
Every time they win, every time the Cubs win, fly the W. Oh, don't let this team get hot. Every time I say L, and then Cubs get L, which has been a lot lately. Which is more than they win. They're silent, or they bitch. They're
rightfully so. My team's losing. I'm not going to be saying shit too. So
I talk shit
hell yeah, you do. You're biggest.
There was a stat there which I was a dick about, but there's a stat. Brandon Denton put it out there for me. If the games were 7 innings.
Oh my God. I've been seeing everyone talking about that.
Cubs would be 49-19.
Yeah, well, if I had a female body part, I wouldn't be a man. I hate all that. What if?
And then what I said to that was, well, that's stupid because unfortunately that's not real. So no duh, it's unreal.
It's not a thing. I mean, we would probably have a lot more wins too if our bullpen hasn't blown so many games. It probably is
true. So Justin Steele pitched another great game for the Cubs today, and guess what? They brought Mark Leiter Jr. in. Gives up 3 quick runs. Cubs lose 3-2. You got to feel bad for them because they got their bullpen. It's just funny. Like if the Cubs win their games now, it's because their pitchers pitched good. Their bullpen blew the game, and the Cubs had to hit it back in the 9th.
I think this is what I think is funny. The Cubs historically have always started the season hot. A lot of times they always start off really, really good. And then about a month and a half, 2 months into the season, they start shitting the bed.
They are a mountain. They climb it, they go down, they get up, they go down. This year,
and you know what? You know what they're gonna do in probably a month or two?
They'll have a run.
Yeah, they'll have another run, and then they'll start a losing streak.
Did I tell you?
And then they'll finish the season hot, but then they'll miss the playoffs.
Did I say on the pod? I don't think so. About mine and Craig's bet.
I don't think so. What was it?
So me and Craig made a bet, which I hope to have him on the pod someday here. I'm sure he'll get on there, but
no, he already said we got to pay him like $400,000. We have to have at least 40,000 subscribers on that.
So I told him. I said the Cubs are winning 79 games this year. They're going to go 79-83.
I can see it.
And then he told me no, their ceiling is 86 wins. And so we made a bet. I forgot exactly the details, but I have him at 79 wins, and he's got him at 83 wins. 82 wins is
close. I mean, they're definitely close. You know what I mean?
They're 33-36. So for them to hit the record, I said they would. Is 46-47, which is about the pace that they're on.
Oh, I could totally see that. Absolutely.
If they go on Craig's pace, they would have to be 53-40, which I can't see that with this roster.
No, unless they make a big move at the deadline or something.
So I
don't think Cubs though generally make.
I forgot the exact details of the bet, but I think I told him 70. I have him 79-83, or I forgot exactly, but. There's a wash to it and there's a double to it. I said if they end up getting 76 wins, I get $20. And if they get 89 wins, he gets $20.
So it's one of those bets where there's some little things here and there that could change it.
Cubs fan, I'll give them. Cubs fans are pretty stupid and they don't ever give up on their team. It's which Craig will say it's a great fan, but that is being biased. It's unrealistic thinking. Aaron, who, I always say is we always have no time for him on the pod, nor do we want him on the pod. He's just a grouch. He's Oscar the Grouch. If he's the human version of Oscar the Grouch.
Hey, if we can get anyone arguing sports with Preston, I love it.
But Aaron,
I welcome it.
Aaron said that the Cubs are a piece or two away from being a World Series contender, which is funny. Because before the season started, they said they were a World Series contender.
I think they're a piece or 6 away.
They're a puzzle away.
Yeah, I don't see them winning anytime soon.
I just thought Craig Counsell was the game changer.
I think it's hilarious you just said that because I was like, they have Craig Counsell now, though, so who knows?
Well, guess possible. What? The Brewers don't have Craig Counsell, and they're 40-28.
Yeah. And you know what? I just want to state right now, I'm directing my anger towards you Cub fans. I'm miserable. I am miserable. The Sox are terrible, and I need something to distract me of my insanity. Like, this is – I'm not having a good time.
Relax. The Bears are right around the corner.
My heart rate shot up right now because
the Bears.
I miss being heavily involved, and I miss the White Sox being decent. And I'm sad.
You miss being stupid like these Cubs fans are and being optimistic.
I do. I miss saying that our very average team is going to go to the World Series.
If we had 2 pieces, we'd be 85 wins.
Yeah, I miss looking forward to the trade deadline to make a big move that probably doesn't happen, and getting a random ass vet who is way past his prime and saying back in the day, the Kevin Youkilis and the Manny Ramirez,
hey, Kevin Youkilis
and the Alex Rios. Remember when we got Alex Rios?
Rios was 24 years old, but he wasn't an old vet.
When we got Alex Rios, he was 24?
Yeah, he was young.
There's no way.
Yes, he was.
There's no way. If that's true, that's insane.
Yes, he was young, dude. He came up and he was going to be our next piece.
I got to look that up.
And I'm going to say this, too. The best thing about the White Sox is right now?
What's that?
The post-game show. Chuck, Ozzy, and
Thomas. Dude. I love it.
They rip on this team
I love what Ozzy does,
Scotty Pods. You can look. Alex Rios like 24, 25.
21.
An old vet. Get out of here with that. Guys, you'll learn. I ain't scared to call out my my co-host here. I ain't scared.
Dude, I don't know why.
He needs to up his game. When you go up against the big dog here, and P-Dog, you better be on your best, or you're gonna get killed.
Born. He was drafted in 1999.
Irrelevant. He played with the White Sox in 2007 and 8.
Nope.
Maybe 09 and 10.
2009.
How old?
So we got to do some math here.
It doesn't say on Baseball Reference what age he was right next to the White Sox.
Nope.
Oh, this just news. Florida Panthers won. They're 1 game away from winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
I have a feeling that the Hawks aren't going to be close to that anytime soon. This is what I have.
They probably aren't. They're definitely rebuilding. And you're not gonna bait me here into an argument.
Connor Bedard will lead us into the promised land.
2004 was his rookie year. He was born in 1981, drafted in 99.
23 years old, so he was about 27 when he joined the Sox.
A lot younger than I thought, but also not as young as you said.
Yeah, I thought it was 24. My fault. He played with the Blue Jays for a few years.
Okay, also, though, when are you considered a vet?
Well, you said an old vet, first off.
Yeah, I may have.
So there's a vet, I would say you get like he was a vet. But an old vet, I'm thinking.
All right, so we're kind of like in the middle.
So if you're saying old vet, I'm thinking you're starting to get into your 33, 34, 35.
No, I'm thinking 30 to 32.
That's not old.
Well, I hope not. Because
all I gotta say is Jimmy's favorite trade the White Sox did is when they got rid of Fernando Tatis Jr. and got James Shields.
I just said to leave me alone because I just got my heart rate down again. Okay, I'm very emotional.
That's the worst trade.
I don't even want to think about that.
That's the worst trade the White Sox ever did, and that trade is going on about 8 years.
I don't even want to think about that trade, dude. That could have been a franchise-altering move right there.
Well, we got Tim Anderson.
Ooh.
He was Don't act like you never liked the man now. Like he was a
Oh,
stud for 4 years.
But I think me and you in the past have argued about this. We said who is the captain of the White Sox, and we said Jose Abreu or Tim Anderson.
I think I said Tim Anderson. I said Abreu.
No, you always said Tim Anderson. I said Abreu.
Well, he's more vocal. Jose Abreu's not vocal.
I also don't think Abreu can speak English. You can't. Nothing against that, but how can you be the captain of a team when you can't even speak the language? You know what I mean?
What about Shohei Ohtani?
You know what? The White Sox, though, now they're mostly white players. But back at that time, it was Hispanic players.
I don't want any of these white players. These white players are garbage too.
Dude, yeah, we just suck. We just suck. We gotta stop talking about White Sox because I'm getting pissed again.
It starts with a culture change. This team's in desperate need of a culture.
And Rafal needs to freaking go.
He's got to go. I mean, Jerry Reinsdorf's got to put it in his
dude. It's so frustrating.
But Pedro Grifol, we could say that every pod, and maybe I'll say it every time. Hashtag fire Pedro Grifol. It starts with him. He doesn't know how to coach. He says some of the dumbest things. I think I said this last pod where he bitched about the one run. Like that was,
and we keep saying it every episode. You know why? Because he doesn't change shit, and he keeps doing the same thing over and over again.
This podcast sucks. Pedro Grifol sucks.
Commercial time. This podcast sucks. Like, follow, subscribe, share. We appreciate all of you followers and everyone who watches. We love you all. All 20 viewers. We love you. But share the video, please.
Don't watch.
I'll love you more.
If you don't watch, I hope you step on a crack to break your mother's back.
Ooh, he mother cracked you. Leaving the baseball topic, you see the news of Trevor Lawrence today. Trevor Lawrence, 5-year extension, $275 million, $55 a year. What do you think? Deserved?
No.
I agree with that.
He's the highest paid player in NFL history.
I think he's done a lot of nothing, really. And he had a couple of okay seasons. I saw someone on Twitter compare him to Daniel Jones. And
that's disrespectful.
Their stats are comparable.
No, that's stupid and asinine. Who said that? Whoever they should be
do you want me to read their stats?
I don't care about their stats. Daniel Jones.
I kind of agree with that because stats are stats.
What's the stats?
All right, let me look at it.
Tell me the passing yards, and then we'll end. It just ends with the passing yards.
Oh wait, you can't. You're on your phone.
Yeah. If you're just gonna go touchdown interception ratio, that's BS. Check passing yards. Trevor Lawrence probably doubles Jones in passing yards. Whoever said that should be fired. He's an idiot. Who said that to you? Was it a buddy or was it something you saw on Twitter?
Okay, here we go. Overall record: Trevor Lawrence 20-30.
We're not doing record.
We're doing this. Listen.
He had Urban Meyer. That Urban Meyer year was horrendous.
Overall record for Daniel Jones, 19-30-1. Quarterback rating, 85 for Trevor Lawrence. Quarterback rating for Daniel Jones, 86.
Career?
Yeah. Total yards, 12,734 for Trevor Lawrence. 12,458 for Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones has been around a little longer.
I'll have to look that up next. It says through first 50 career starts.
That's through 50?
That's through 50.
Yeah, well, Trevor Lawrence's first 16 starts were horrific.
Now, you said you called me out on me being wrong. Here's me calling you out for you being wrong. Pass touchdowns, 58 for Trevor Lawrence. 57 for Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones has been around longer.
This is first 50 career starts. It's the same amount of games. Yards per attempt, 6.7 for Trevor Lawrence, 6.7 for Daniel Jones. Completion percentage, 63 for Lawrence, 63 for Jones. I would say that is very comparable.
What's the source?
What do you mean, what's the source?
Who's spewing this BS?
It's everywhere. It's just their stats.
I think it's stupid.
What's this one?
If you do the eye test, Trevor Lawrence, you're gonna make me defend him.
Defend who? Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Okay, but in Trevor Lawrence's defense, I would much rather have Trevor Lawrence as my quarterback than Daniel Jones.
Trevor Lawrence had an awful year with Urban Meyer year one. So get this. So rookie year.
Oh, and Trevor if you want to, hold on, real quick. If you want to add more,
Daniel Jones has more rushing yards. I get it.
Interceptions, 35 for Lawrence, 33 for Daniel Jones.
Lawrence led the league.
First 48 starts, so we're even going back a couple starts.
Trevor Lawrence led the league in interceptions his rookie year. He threw a ton.
Fumbles lost, 20 for Lawrence, 21 for Jones.
Bad offensive line. Jaguars were the worst team in the league when they got Trevor Lawrence. They had nobody. And then they brought Urban Meyer in to try to help him out. Urban Meyer was one of the worst NFL coaches ever. And so Trevor Lawrence essentially then got Doug Peterson, and he had to do a year 2 / rookie year again to get used to a new coaching system. Daniel Jones, I don't remember.
I hate Jones, for the record. I'm not saying Jones is a good quarterback.
He's not going to be
he should be done. He should not be a starter in the NFL.
Who the Giants?
That deal that the Giants gave him, absolutely insane.
Because I don't know who the Giants draft a guy this year, or they're riding with Daniel Jones. I thought they picked up somebody. They
trade for somebody, right?
I thought they got somebody to back up.
Gotta look it up. Craig Goodwin's going to get mad at me for not.
I didn't know Daniel Jones was going to be a source of topic today.
Yeah, I didn't prepare for that one. I caught you off guard.
But so Trevor Lawrence also had a killer year with the Jaguars. They made the playoffs. They had one of the craziest comebacks.
Drew Lock.
Oh, okay, that's not.
And
scary.
Don't forget Tommy DeVito.
Oh yeah. And and also,
I thought that was the stupidest shit ever.
Daniel Jones sat behind Eli Manning for his rookie season for a few games.
Dude, I'm just saying, Daniel Jones, shit quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, also not great. Crazy to me that he got that contract.
So he deserves the contract, but he's the highest paid quarterback in the league right now. That means he's higher paid than Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert. I think Herbert was number 1 before this. It just reset the market because now
people are going to get crazy deals.
Lamar got paid.
Daniel Jones got a hefty contract. What was it? A couple seasons ago?
It was 3 years. It was $45 million a year, I believe.
Also, not deserving of that.
I might be wrong, but I think that's what it was.
Yeah, regardless, he didn't deserve any of that shit. Yeah, but going to that draft class, this is what that looks like. Trevor Lawrence gets an extension. Zach Wilson, 2nd overall pick that year, drafted by the Jets, traded to the Broncos.
He might start. I heard he's kicking butt in OTAs.
I kind of am rooting for the guy now. I don't know. I just feel like New York did him wrong.
No, stop it.
Okay, listen. The kid was thrown into a terrible situation.
No, what? Good defense?
Okay, but yes, it does help him. But dude, that offensive line. Did you see when he was okay? He played well as a rookie. No. Oh, okay. Define well.
He did a lot better as a rookie. He's been awful. It's on him. He's the worst quarterback in the league. He's a bust.
He's the worst quarterback in the league?
He was.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He's been awful. He shows something every now and then.
I just don't think New York did him
what they want to do, give him
many favors.
Give him cocoa and fucking cocoa and marshmallows and give him a nice little
cocoa and marshmallows. That sounds amazing. First of all, don't be bashing the cocoa and marshmallows.
Zach Wilson was trash.
Okay, so let's go down the line here. I don't know what's worse,
your take or Zach Wilson's career.
Let's go down the line of quarterbacks drafted that year. Trey Lance, 49ers, traded to the Cowboys.
He didn't get a chance.
I kind of agree. It was unfortunate that he tear his ACL, right?
He got hurt. And then
that was unfortunate. He just kind of
the rest was Brock Purdy, I think.
Yeah, he just got shit into the stick on that one.
Yeah, pretty screwed there. Pretty screwed.
And then number 11 pick, Justin Fields to the Bears, traded to the Steelers.
Give the Giants a first.
I mean, Fields had every opportunity to.
The Bears didn't treat him well. They didn't give him enough.
Yeah, he was put into.
They were building that way, but it just took a year too long.
Yeah, they put him in a shit situation. And then 15th pick, Mac Jones. Okay, out of this entire group, you think Zach Wilson's the worst quarterback?
Way worse. The worst one by far.
I'm going to hot take.
Don't even say Mac Jones. That's a joke if you do.
Mac Jones is the worst quarterback in this
group.
That's
interesting. He made the playoffs with the worst team. How?
Okay, and what? Look at what he did.
Look what he
last
had to deal
year,
with.
the year before.
Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels.
Look what he had to deal with.
Him over. Okay, Jimmy. Name me 2 wide receivers that Mac Jones threw the ball to.
Kendrick Bourne. Who else was over there? Give me a hint.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry.
Tight
end.
Matt Jones got his confidence.
I got more.
And then they start.
Juju had Juju for a little bit.
Then they started this whole Zappy thing,
which Juju was hurt a lot. So
they just screwed. Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels.
Oh yeah, that whole situation was weird.
Ruined that poor kid's. They ruined them. They ruined the poor kid's confidence.
Yeah.
It seemed like a match made in heaven when it happened, and they didn't have a playoff run.
I'm just so glad the Bears didn't draft him. Mac Jones.
It didn't have, but why would it have made a difference?
I don't know, because a lot of people say that for some reason the Bears are racist, which I think is absolutely insane. They were saying that for a while, and I was like,
I don't think. I think
there's nothing behind that. You know what I mean? How?
I don't.
We had Cordell Stewart as our quarterback.
Sports, especially football, I feel like it's predominantly black to an extent.
I know.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, they're stupid.
I don't like race-related things when it comes to sports because I don't really feel like they are. I feel like that's when teams really come together, and race shouldn't be a factor.
No.
Now, if you want to mention head
I think
coaches,
it's people just making shit.
Maybe head coaches feel that way to an extent.
Yeah.
But that's the only race-related topic.
Yeah. Well, not saying this is 100% accurate here, but I think Roddy White of the Falcons said some stupid shit about the Bears. I'll have to look into it and bring it up next podcast.
Roddy White also hasn't played in like 9 years. I
was going to say probably more than that. But he was saying a lot of stupid shit about the Bears for no reason at all. He was just going, first of all, fuck the Falcons. Oh, dropped an F-bomb. I think I almost got through the whole episode.
They just lost a 5th-round pick for Tampa.
Should have been more. I really think it should have been more.
I don't know. Kirk Cousins was probably going there anyways. I don't know what the tampering rule is. I mean, you talked to him a day early or
apparently they said that they arranged travel for him before the allotted time or whatever it was.
I don't care. I think that's a little silly. Every team probably tampers. It's all about who gets caught.
Yeah, I more so just wanted them to lose more so I can get Matt shit.
I also thought about this before we wrap up here. Big news that happened this afternoon. Terrence Shannon was found not guilty, of Illinois for rape and sexual assault. Not guilty.
Well, I'm going to have to bleep that now.
What?
I got to bleep it.
Why you got to bleep it?
Can't say that word on here, man.
Sex?
Bleep.
He was found, and this brings me to a topic, and I hate to end it now. I'm tired of women trying to get money out of these athletes or up and coming athletes in this case by just saying their name, saying they did something, and then it ruins a year or two of their life. Luckily, this was only 4 games, but it tarnished his name for half a year. Happened to Trevor Bauer. He was
that's a big one, man. That dude's got nasty stuff too.
And he's done.
I think I just went cross-eyed there.
He's been out of the league now for.
What is he in? Playing in Japan, right?
3-4 leagues. But he just got a huge contract, and then that news came out, and it was a long court case and all of this. And then he gets found innocent.
D Rose happened to a little bit too.
They tried. That ended quick. That didn't even pick up steam.
No, I'm glad they killed that right away because that was D Rose's prime, man.
Like, it's just like, if there's a case, yes, come out and
yeah, exactly. Like,
open.
do your due diligence and get to the bottom of it. But I mean, like,
if you were abused, like sexual assault and abuse is not a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make it into one. Like, if it's true, because obviously the lawyers and courts are always going to try to go with the players no matter what. It sucks. It's part of life. And I hope the women that are actually happen to them, or man, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully you win your case. But in case like this, where you're just doing it for the money and not just for justice, but
I
for
think
the
they
money,
should be charged just as much as someone who actually gets charged.
Because you're trying to ruin their career. You're trying to get money for them.
Yeah, it's terrible. You ruin someone's life.
It happens not just sports, but and the entertainment world and music world and all that stuff. It just happens way more than shit's disgusting. And I'm happy for Terrence Shannon that he can move on and hopefully he gets drafted in the NBA and has a good career and he can move past this. I hope the female gets charged with something that gives her some kind of jail time.
It's kind of funny when that happens though, how like the female just disappears and nothing happens to her. And,
she says
you know what I mean?
And guess what? She says it and it's just words because there's no proof or nothing of it. And he's instantly charged and he's suspended and he's gone for the team without any evidence.
And we're not trying to dig deep for anyone watching this. We're not trying to start shit here. This is Preston's opinion of the situation.
No, this is facts on Terrence Shannon.
Well, yes, but I don't know anything about the story, so I'm not about to sit here and make claims or you know what I mean.
There's a lot to the story about just.
I don't know anything on the story, so I can't make a
They found.
I know a lot about the when it happened to Patrick Kane.
Yeah, well, he was found innocent, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was. And there was a lot more to that story that the woman did some terrible stuff.
But I just hate when you mention,
dude,
Patrick Kane raped me instantly. You're suspended and without pay or with pay.
Well, the league did a good job in not punishing him too harshly. But my point being is, dude, he had to play in stadiums, big playoff series where the fans were chanting at him. She said no. And that, to me, like, that was effed up, dude. Like, I was pissed. Like,
sports fans are ruthless.
Oh,
you would say
it
too.
But if
it was LeBron,
that's different, man.
It's pretty sick. I don't want to accuse you.
Yeah,
of that.
I don't stoop that low, dude.
No,
I will not attack your personal life unless you are a legit piece of crap and you did something terrible. But you know what I mean? If LeBron was accused,
ruthless.
Yeah, if LeBron was accused of something that he didn't do, I would not be chanting in a stadium. You know what I mean? She said no or whatever. That's messed up.
As rape.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably got kids at the game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you got to think you don't even think about their personal life with these kids too.
Exactly.
But then you go to the other side here, and I love Big Ben, but there was that year where he got suspended 6 games, and he sounds like he was guilty, and you don't hear about it because they met a medium where he paid it off.
Yep.
And it kind of just is hush.
Kobe too. Remember Kobe?
Yeah, and his sounded like it wasn't necessarily rape, but it was something.
Something, and someone got paid off.
And like it's a situation like that where that happens. I more so the frustration comes with the ones that are actually innocent and they're just trying to get badmouth their name just because they have money. Or
Me and Preston are all about justice. Let justice be served. That's it. You know what I mean? If you're innocent, we rooting for you. Whoever the innocent party is.
What a lovely way
what a way to end the pod.
I did not mean to get that going, but I just thought of that news. It was news today, and I was just happy about it.
We got emotion there, man. Like we were digging deep. But another good episode, dude.
Yep, another episode where we cannot get Aaron Denton in the pod. Sorry about that, buddy. Love you, Espino. Love you, Brandon Denton. Love you, Brandon Meyer. Keep supporting.
Yes, please. We love you all. Everyone subscribe. We're still at 41 subscribers. I would love to see it get to 50. Please share it wherever you see it. Like it. Do it all. We love you all, regardless if you share or not.
Love you. Hey, Jimmy's kicking ass with the with everything going on here. Keep kicking ass, Jimmy. I love you, buddy.
I'm trying. I'm learning. You know what I mean? I'm doing this on the fly, and we're getting better.
See you next week. This podcast sucks.
Toodaloo.